What's up, guys? Mr. Exify here, and it's Sunday. You know what that means. Movie review time, and today we're going to be reviewing a movie called Super. It is on Netflix. It's starring Rainn Wilson and Ellen Page, which, if you don't know who Rainn Wilson is by name, he's the guy off of, he plays Dwight on The Office, but um, quick announcement before the actual review. There's going to be a slight schedule change on my channel. I'm going to be doing movie reviews on Wednesday now, and then tech reviews on Sunday from now on. After this week, and TV shows will remain to be on Thursday, and then there will be a normal real life video Friday or Saturday. So that'll be that's the schedule for now until I come up with a new one or it has to change or something like that. But basically, what Super is kind of, if you ever seen the movie Kick Ass, it's like a knockoff of that, which really bummed me out because this came really highly recommended as a dark comedy, which I've never seen a good dark comedy, so I was pretty excited about that. But really, all it is a kick-ass knockoff with messed up scenes. That's it. Like, basically, it's about a man, Frank Darbo, I think is how you say his name. When his wife falls in love with a drug dealer, he becomes the Crimson Bolt, which is his superhero name, and goes to brutally murder everybody. Like, his main weapon he uses is a wrench, and he just hits people in the head with it. And so that leads to some really bloody, unfortunate scenes. And then along the way, he picks up this kid sidekick and her name is Bolty. Um, and they end up wearing bulletproof vests and going to storm the castle. Spoiler alert, she gets shot in the face and dies. So it's a really dark comedy, and that's what apparently it's advertised as. It's not comedy at all. It's not funny. There's not a single funny part. Um, in fact, I would say this movie is actually kind of hard to watch. There's some parts where literally I was watching it by myself and I felt uncomfortable because of this random sex scene that pops up out of nowhere. And I mean, I'm down for sex scenes. I'll say that usually, but not when they're weird like this. Like this is Ellen Page, I think her name is, and a guy who's way older than her, a guy who looks like he's in his mid 40s having sex with a girl who's in her early 20s who's like 5'1" and he's like 6. It looks like a guy's raping a little kid. It's really weird. Um and there's a lot of screaming involved and it's just weird. Um it's like watching porn without the good parts of porn. There's no nudity involved. I cannot believe I just said that, but I did. I went there. But it's also the dark part is overemphasized. If you're going to do a dark comedy, it has to have equal ratios of dark and comedy. This literally is just dark. There's nothing comedic about it. There's not one part in here that even made me smile. Like, this man is insane. He is, and I don't mean insane like, whoa, that's so crazy. I mean, he's insane and murderous and psychopathic and obsessive and creepy and, like, spoiler alert right here. Turn off the video if you don't want another spoiler. But there's a part where he goes up to a man who cut in line and smashes his head open with his wrench, and it's pretty bloody and pretty gory because his head splits open. But also that leads me to my next subject, which is the fact that it's very unrealistic in its violence. Like he's using a very large plumber's wrench that probably weighs 5 or 6 pounds, and he is swinging that thing and hitting people like on the head and in the face, and those people are just like, "Oh man, that hurt. Let me shoot at you." And like the guy that he hits, his head splits open and there's blood pouring down. You can see his brain and stuff, and the man is still conscious and talking and being sentient and intelligent. And then he gets hit again and goes down, and then his wife gets hit, and it's not good. And it ends up just being a ton of cold-blooded murder, and it's just a messed up movie. I mean, there's no comedy about it, guys. If you're hoping for a dark comedy like I was, you're not going to get it. You're just going to get a dark movie that's like sad at the beginning and sad at the end. There's no happy ending. There's no happy middle. There's no happy beginning. There's nothing happy about this. It's just dark. Um, and so for my rating, I think I would end up giving this a 1 out of 10, which is the lowest rating I've ever given a movie. But I'm going to explain that rating to you guys. One, it's a knockoff of one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Kick Ass, which number 2 is coming out soon. I'll be reviewing that like as soon as it comes out. And I don't like movies that knock off other popular movies, and that's what this I mean, this came out, I think, a little bit after Kick-Ass, if the date is correct on here. And and it's got the same style graphics as Kick-Ass. It's a man who's like tired of people breaking the rules, so he becomes a superhero with no powers. Like he finds a girl who's into comic. Like it's literally just a weird ripoff of Super, or not Super. That's what the movie's called, is Super, but it's a weird ripoff of Kick-Ass, and they didn't improve on it at all. They just made it bad. And so it's going to get a 1 out of 10 for not only being a ripoff of a movie, having bad acting, bad scripting, um, and it's sad that the acting is bad because there's such a good acting lineup. Like Rainn Wilson, I love him. I loved him on The Office. He's been in a couple other movies that I've seen that were good. Um, and like it should not have been a bad movie. They did not. Kevin Bacon was in this movie. Like these weren't unknown first time actors. These are veteran actors who've been in many things. And for some reason they decided this was going. Maybe they were all desperate for money, but this was not a good idea for them. This is not a good project for them to take on. And if you guys have been kind of seeing this on Netflix, which it is on, or you see it online, or seen a trailer, or seen another review, and have thought, maybe that's movie could be good. It's not 1 out of 10, guys, for a reason, other reasons that I just don't have time to go into because I'm going on no sleep for 3 days and I have to leave in like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna stop here, guys. But remember, 1 out of 10, I would not watch. It's just dark. It's not a dark comedy. There's nothing funny about it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.